Hello, dear wisdom seekers. Welcome to Soul Seeking Wisdom. Myself, Parvi Agarwal, who is a writer and an inspiring author. And today I'm going to read something from my book Wars Waged Within, which is a philosophical poetry book. And what I'm going to read is a prose, which is before a poem. So the poem is titled as a poem to poetry, and the prose goes like this poem represents that we as people are afraid of our own selves, afraid of our inner truth. Why? Simply because we aren't open enough to unlimited possibilities. We are judgmental and narrow minded that adds up to our misery and pain. Poetry is a way by which I portray my own emotions, but I quote them with deceptive words and metaphors. This is a way that helps me to evade my reality and look into the truth in a softer manner. I accept the very fact that I'm not bold enough to confront myself. And this is the reason why I humorously criticize poetry. I respect my poetic creativity because it is a part of me. Here I have represented self love and affection as well. This poem is set up in a humorous tone to showcase that self confrontation is an integral step towards self acceptance. So, in this particular poem, I was discussing the idea that we often talk about self love, self acceptance, etc. But self acceptance comes only when we have the ability to confront our own selves. And self confrontation is the idea which states that you should know yourself truly, honestly, and perfectly without sugarcoating anything or without coating your truth or representing yourself in a better manner. So generally what happens is that we have this shadow self, this negative side to our own selves, and this shadow self is generally something that we would not consciously appreciate. It is hidden, it is behind the scenes in our subconscious, and as we move towards spirituality, towards self-awareness, we become aware of many such things which we would not generally appreciate. So when we are getting aware of these things, we start hating ourselves. We start hating that, oh my god, am I a person like that? Do I do this as well? So when you bring in awareness, you also get aware of your negative traits. And in order to comprehend them and understand them, we usually sugarcoat them. And to give a very classic example, people say that lying is all right, and if you are lying for something good, lying is all right. So I'm sugarcoating this idea of lie, because lie is generally a bad idea, and I'm sugarcoating this idea that lying is fine if I'm doing it, for a good purpose. So this is a way by which I'm deceiving my own self. I'm not confronting my real part, which is that I am a liar. I'm just giving an example. I'm not confronting my reality, my authentic truth. And unless you confront yourself authentically, you are not going to go into that area of self acceptance. You can only accept what is true, what is fundamental to you. And I can only accept that I am a liar once I confront the fact that I am a liar. Otherwise, I would never accept it. And unless I accept myself completely, wholly, and fully, I won't become self aware and I won't be able to love myself completely and unconditionally. So, this was a poem that, deeply delves into this idea, which starts with something that, I hate my poetry, and then I talk about why do I hate, my poetry, and how poetry has been a misery to me, because this is the way by which I have always represented my poems or emotions in a manner that I want to view it. So there are two things, something is present and you have a way of viewing it, and that thing is actually what it is. So I know I'm tripping over my words. It's not a very clear way to deliver this idea, but let's say this is a pen. I am viewing it with a writer's perspective, that this is the tool via which I can flow my emotions. This is the tool via which I can represent my reality or represent my ideas. Another person who might be, you know, a manufacturer might view it as a product that he is going to manufacture it, how, what parts are involved, how it is made, etc. But authentically, really, it is a pen. So many a times we have these colored glasses and we view things the way we want to view them, not as the way they are. And that is what exactly happens when we try to confront ourselves, when we try to know ourselves better. And looking into the mirror, as I said in the poem of death as well, that looking into the mirror is very difficult. It's the most difficult task, or the most difficult first step, according to me, in the realm of spirituality. Because when you look into the mirror, You understand and realize that you're both a good and a bad person. And generally, we have this preconceived notion that we are the best person ever, we are our best selves. And the reality is that we are not. I have some negatives. I already have those negatives and I'm working on them. So, spirituality brings you to a place wherein you start working on your negatives, and it does not promise that one day you'll become this completely perfect image or picture which is not having any negatives at all. So, there is no human, as far as I think, who is completely white. We all are, mixtures of black and white, all, shades and colors. So, looking into the mirror, understanding that we have positives and negatives, and appreciating and acknowledging yourself for being able to look into the mirror, and also accepting those negative parts of you. Now, again, acceptance does not mean that you are accepting or agreeing to have those negative traits. It means that you accept that that negativity is a part of you, and then you consciously and actively work towards healing it. But the primal step is that you are ready to confront yourself, you're ready to look into the mirror. So that was it for today, and I would love to hear your views and opinions on this particular matter in the comment section below. A few resources that you might like: firstly, I have this book Meet Your Soul, which is an ebook which takes you step by step through the realm of spirituality, to know yourself, to meet your soul, to realize how mind, body and soul are three different things, not one and the same, and how soul feels completely different from what you are. I also have a dedicated video on it, on what this book is about, so you can check it out. Further, I have this blog site, www.authorparviagarwal.com. Here I regularly upload content which is philosophical, spiritual and meditative in nature. And as I already mentioned, I have this book Wars Wage Within, which is a mystical collection of philosophical poetry. You can get it from Notion Press, Amazon or Flipkart. And as always, keep seeking wisdom. Thank you so much.